I challenge you to answer 13 questions about the movie Krampus. Will you survive my 13 scary questions? Or will your wrong answers get you captured by an ancient demonic Christmas monster? Let's find out. I'm Griff Robodanger, and this is 13 Scary Questions. Here's how it works. I'm going to challenge you with 13 questions about the movie Krampus. Some of these questions may be easy, but some may be a bit naughty. Answer these questions and keep track of how many you get correct. At the end of the game, I'll let you know your fate. Of course, this video contains spoilers, so if you haven't seen Krampus yet, this is your official warning. With that out of the way, let the games begin. The movie begins with a scene at a department store where the shoppers are total psychopaths. People are shoved to the ground, they're getting tased, this dude's getting clocked with a skateboard. I don't even want to know what's happening to this poor reindeer. So while this is all going on, what classic Christmas song plays during this scene? A. We Wish You a Merry Christmas. B. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. C. Joy to the World. D. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. The correct answer is B. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas, as performed by Bing Crosby in 1951. The movie follows a young boy named Max Engel and his dysfunctional family as they gather for the holidays and eventually get attacked by a bunch of evil Christmas monsters. But we'll get to that in a second. Including Max, how many total human family members are at the house? A. 10. B. 11. C. 12. D. 13. The correct answer is C. 12 family members. There's Max, his dad Tom, mom Sarah, sister Beth, grandma Omi, uncle Howard, aunt Linda, aunt Dorothy, and cousins Howie Jr., Stevie, Jordan, and Chrissy.
Question 3.
Max's visiting family members are all pretty abrasive and some are downright abusive. I'm talking about Max's horrible cousins, Stevie and Jordan, as the family has a big Christmas dinner, even though it's technically December 22nd at this point, so what are they even doing? During dinner, Stevie and Jordan tease Max by telling him something horrible has happened to Santa Claus. What terrible thing does Stevie say happened to Santa Claus? A. He was eaten by his reindeer. B. His sleigh crashed into the Rockies. C. His sleigh was shot down by the military. D. He was murdered by Tim Allen. The correct answer is B. His sleigh crashed into the Rockies. He also apparently broke both his legs, got frostbite, and had to slaughter and eat his reindeer, including Rudolph. Seriously though, why were they having their main Christmas dinner 3 days before Christmas if everyone's staying until Christmas? Were they just gonna eat leftovers the next 3 days? Sorry, I'm getting off topic. Next question.
Question 4.
The next day, the power goes out everywhere, and the whole neighborhood looks like it was attacked by Princess Elsa. Despite this, the Engel family is visited by a delivery man dropping off a cheese basket. This poor delivery man is eventually found frozen to death? Honestly, I don't understand how the rules work here. I mean, I know Krampus captures people, but this dude looks pretty dead. The point I'm trying to make is, what delivery company did the man work for? A. UPS. B. FedEx. C. Postmates. D. DHL. The correct answer is D. DHL. Which is just amazing product placement. Here at DHL, you'll get your cheese, even if it means sending our drivers out to die in a dangerous Krampus-filled winter wasteland.
Question 5.
Max's sister Beth is the first to encounter Krampus in the film when she leaves the house in an attempt to go visit her boyfriend. She tries to run from Krampus and manages to hide under the totally dead DHL guy's delivery truck. Krampus isn't fooled, and he gives Beth a nice present, this scary Jack-in-the-Box. Okay, I know I already asked a song question, but what song does the Jack-in-the-Box play? A. Silent Night. B. Santa Claus is Coming to Town. C. Jingle Bells. D. The Nutcracker Suite. The correct answer is A. Silent Night. Silent Night was written in 1818 by Austrian schoolteacher Franz Gruber, no relation to Die Hard villain Hans Gruber.
Question 6.
When Tom realizes his daughter has been gone for far too long, he enlists Howard to go help him find her. Together, they venture out into the snowstorm in Howard's Hummer. Unfortunately, things don't go very well for Howard. Not only is he attacked by some sort of toothy beast under the snow, but his precious Hummer is destroyed. He loved that Hummer so much, he even gave it a name. What was the name of Howard's Hummer? A. Louise. B. Lucinda. C. Lucille. D. Lucifer. The correct answer is B. Lucinda.
Question 7.
So after Howie Jr. attempts to eat a sentient gingerbread man and gets yanked up the chimney by a giant hook, Max's grandmother Omi finally decides to tell everyone about Krampus. See, she actually met the big hairy beast back in Austria when she was a little girl. Omi had lost her Christmas spirit and tossed a toy into the fireplace, which caused Krampus to come and drag all her loved ones into hell. What toy did Omi throw into the fire as a child? A. Angel. B. Elf. C. Reindeer. D. Santa. The correct answer is D. Santa. To be fair, fireplaces are connected to chimneys and Santa comes down chimneys, so maybe she just assumed he had some sort of fireplace immunity. Bummer about the family though.
Question 8.
Stevie and Jordan think they hear Beth's voice upstairs, so they go to investigate. But instead of finding Beth, they find Der Clown, a horrifying giant Jack-in-the-Box monster that swallows Jordan whole. Linda, Tom, and Sarah run upstairs to help, and they're all armed, including Max's mom, Sarah. What weapon does Sarah bring upstairs? A. Hammer. B. Gun. C. Axe. D. Knife. The correct answer is C. Axe. Sarah starts off with the axe, Tom brings a gun, and Linda brings a hammer. But Linda is the one who eventually ends up using Sarah's axe on... You know what? That's actually the next question.
Question 9.
In the attic, Sarah, Tom, and Linda are attacked by 3 terrifying toys, which they're forced to fight. Which of the following is not a toy they fight in the attic? A. Nutcracker. B. Teddy bear. C. Robot. D. Cherub. The correct answer is A. Nutcracker. While a killer Nutcracker does appear a few times later in the movie, the killer toys in the attic include Perchta the Cherub, Teddy Clowa the Bear, and Tick-Tock the Robot.
Question 10.
Meanwhile, downstairs, Howard is busy battling a trio of gingerbread men armed with a nail gun. He sets them on fire, he shoots at them, but despite all of this, he only manages to take out 2 of the 3, and that third one is pissed, about to impale Howard with a sharp-ass candy cane. Luckily, Howard's pet bulldog saves the day, eating the tasty gingerbread monster. What is the name of the dog? A. Lester. B. Ramona. C. Rosie. D. Cujo. The correct answer is C. Rosie. In the movie, Rosie is a girl, but she was actually played by a male dog named Thor.
Question 11.
If you thought elves were only useful for making toys in Santa's workshop, well, guess again. They're also apparently experts at home invasion and human trafficking. Krampus sends an army of these elves to the Engel house, and they manage to capture several of our characters at once. Which of the following characters was not taken away by Krampus minions in this attack? A. Dorothy. B. Chrissy. C. Stevie. D. Howard. The correct answer is C. Stevie. Krampus's crew managed to whisk away Aunt Dorothy, abduct baby Chrissy, and drag off Howard in the attack. Jordan was also taken away while in Dirt Clown's stomach, I guess?
Question 12.
After Krampus takes your family away for, presumably, a life of eternal suffering, he's kind enough to gift the sole survivor with a special bell ornament. He gave one to Omi when she was a child. He also gives one to Max at the end of the movie. On these bells is a message written in German. When translated into English, what is the message on the Krampus bell? A. Here comes Krampus. B. Fear the Krampus. C. Krampus is here. D. Greetings from Krampus. The correct answer is D. Greetings from Krampus. The phrase Grüß vom Krampus originated on Krampus holiday cards. Europeans have been exchanging greeting cards featuring Krampus since the 19th century.
Question 13.
Remember back at the beginning of the movie when there was that department store scene where everyone was fighting? The one from the first question? What was the name of the department store? A. Mucho Mart. B. Mega Mart. C. Maxi Mart. D. S Mart. The correct answer is A. Mucho Mart. The scene was filmed in this New Zealand hardware store on Good Friday, while the store was closed for the holiday. Did your Christmas spirit save you from a horrible fate? Let's find out! If you got all 13 right, you've avoided a visit from Krampus with your overabundance of holly jolly Christmas spirit. While many find your holiday obsession borderline nauseating, they'll probably get taken by Krampus in a few days anyway, so screw them. If you got 10, 11, or 12 correct, Krampus stopped by, but you got him to leave by chugging a gallon of eggnog and eating an entire fruitcake in under a minute. He was either impressed by your demonstration of Christmas spirit or repulsed by your mukbang act, but at least he's gone. If you got 7, 8, or 9, you've boarded up your house and armed yourself to the teeth, but now your Christmas treats have become sentient and they are trying to kill you. You could just eat them, but you're afraid they might just magically reconstitute inside your stomach and murder you from within, and now you might starve to death because you're worrying about this. If you got 5 or 6, you've been swallowed whole by a ginormous Jack-in-the-Box. You wouldn't think the insides of a Jack-in-the-Box would smell so bad. It's quite shocking. But if you got 4 or less correct, Krampus has tossed your entire family into the pits of hell for all eternity, and you're left wondering, I wonder how much I can get for this bell on eBay. Thank you for playing 13 Scary Questions. Share your score down in the comments and let me know how you did. And be sure to join me next time for another 13 Scary Questions. And if you like this video, there are more 13 Scary Questions on my channel, so go check it out and maybe consider subscribing. And until next time, later, Danger Seekers.